All right. So thank you for joining us tonight. Saturday night community race on Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. We've got a Ultros League seed here. Fantastic little league that name you see on the screen there, Double Down. He started this up. This is an async league that everybody is welcome to join. Pretty standard race flags, but I think this is going to be a fun one tonight. I'm joined in here in the booth with Saberwolf. How you doing tonight?
Hey everybody, how you doing? Yeah, I had to turn some off start there because I was fixing a couple little things in the background, but we're all good now. That's why I got heard a little bit of Final Fantasy VI redo some music there. I love that. I know it's not in English, but love the Italian version of Italian remix version of the opera and the French version of the Rachel song.
Ooh, yeah.
So good stuff there. But before we get into this Ultros League 4-way match, I want to remind everybody this week, Grand Final, Coliseum 2 Tournament, Round 9, Match 62, Grand Final, Falcon Hit versus Zenobian. Really exciting stuff there. And we do have the flags. I did not make the right graphics for those yet. But I am thinking about putting together maybe a little show. Which we'll be posting on our YouTube page about the two flag sets, breaking them down. I believe they are the Mog and the Sabin flag sets, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's right. And we won't know exactly which one. It's going to be one of those two, not both. That would be difficult.
No, it's both. It is both. It's going to be Mog first,
Aha.
and if Zenobian beats Falcon Hit, the brackets reset, and they'll play again on the Sabin flag set.
Okay.
That's how it's going to work. So
All right,
we'll be the
that's
Mog one, and then possibly the Sabin one. I'm a little sad that we never got Celeste though. A little sad.
Yeah, it was kind of a bummer. We couldn't get them all in. There's a lot of characters in this game.
Yeah. But anyways, that's later on in the week. We'll give you the date on time of when those two will be facing off. And again, it could be double hitters. So we could be in for a 4-hour-long streak for all we know. So good was that. But let's get back into it. We have Worlds Collide, Saturday night, Community Chaos night. Kalar McMurray, Nobody Ward, Jax for Rock, and Double Down. Let's get into it, shall we?
All right, yeah, and this is, we're doing, like I said earlier, an Ultros League set, which means 6 characters and 9 espers will be needed to unlock access to the weird clown that lives on top of the tower.
What weird town lives on top of the tower? I never heard of him.
I think his name is Kefka? Kefka.
Kefka?
Kefka.
Kefka, okay.
I've only seen it written down.
Oh, boy. All right. We'll give our...
I definitely did that when I was a kid.
We'll give our runners a 1-minute call.
So beyond the requirements, everything else is pretty standard with your standard races. Let's see if I can't get a list up here real quick. I know that characters equipment ratios is original equip plus 33%. So that's any other piece of equipment that a character might not be able to use. Like for example, Umaro has a 33% chance of being able to use an Illumina. Shops are randomized. Items are randomized. Let me get that more complete list up here real quick. There we go.
Hey, you got the list? And the runners will be going about 20 seconds here on stream. The flag is dropped for them, but again, we're on a little bit of delay, so we'll get to them in just a second. But yeah, go ahead with that updated list there.
Shoot. I'm trying to find the updates. That's actually the kind of the most interesting. Oh, never mind. They're going to town right now. We got a Terror Lock and Sabin start.
The commish is asleep at the wheel.
Could this perhaps be an aggressive plan so he can strike fear into the hearts of his opponents. He doesn't need those first 30
I
seconds.
guess so. Gotta make sure that he's alive. I'm like, double down? You there?
All right, so Kalar heading straight for the sealed cave. A very good play to do when you're starting off with Terra. There's lots of chests in there. It's a pretty simple. It's a long walk, but you get a lot of goodies along the way. Meanwhile, Nobody War is going straight into. Oh, it looks like Jax is also going to Evil Narsh to pick up their goodies there. Got a Dragon Horn. It's a dead check, but Dragon Horn is pretty good. I believe one of them did grab the Cursed Shield, but I did not catch how many fights it would take. I believe it was a double-digit thing, so maybe not.
Okay, Double Down doesn't know what I'm saying, so apparently he has delay turned on.
Aha!
Because it looks like he's like a minute behind everybody, but that's not the case. He is up and running.
Well, that's exciting.
So we do want to mention that there is random palettes and random tunes turned on with this Ultros League flag set. That's why you see red outfit with a white-haired Terra with some interesting different kind of music playing, as we do find Genji Armor or Dargenhorn. Dargenhorn is going to be the pick for Jexfarok, the mad scientist in our community.
Yeah, Genji Armor it's a good piece of armor, but most of the time people just use it for quick payday.
Yeah.
Nobody War going through Albrook, get a couple items here, check out some shops.
Kalar with the pickup of the 2,000 gold behind the chest there, and this also finds a Thunder Shield as Kalar goes going through Terra's Esper Cave while Nobody War is looting out the other towns. Double Down, who started a little late or might have been delayed, it was weird. Maybe reload the source. I might have to reload the source, who knows. That'll take a while to do that. But he's also going through the Esper Cave. Well, Jexfarok is, I think that's Fallen House, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, he went through the Fallen House, finding the PM Stalkers in a chest, which is, I think that's an all right one to find. It's definitely easier to take out early on than if you found Gigantos, but worth a little bit of experience points. Well, Nobody War also heading into Collapsing House, which is Go-Go, it appears. Nobody War taking a quick trip into that relic shop to sell a few things off and get a reasonably cheap item off of the Zen Thief. I think it was only 11k. Yep, and it's a Magicite Phantom. Very nice. Did not even know. Was just going to go ahead and take whatever for 11 grand.
That's an interesting color palette on Go-Go, I must say.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell what was going on there.
Yeah, very blue. He's going through a blue period, apparently. That's a reset for Jexfarok.
Oh, I didn't even notice what happened there.
Looks like he might have did the... Oh, he did a Narsh boss monster in a chest check.
Okay, so a planned reset, not an emergency reset.
No, and we do have Double Down back on screen there. Off and running.
Oh, maybe not. Deciding to snap a fire rod to take out the PM Stalkers.
Okay. Well, it is
Just
a little bit of
take care of
experience. It's easy experience. You do need battles eventually.
It is good to just kind of take care of business, and when you're doing these big races versus playing the game a little bit more casually, you kind of start thinking about maybe some moves that don't feel optimal to begin with, but end up being optimal just because you're saving a couple minutes here and there.
Yeah, Kalar actually has Mog, by the way. I'm pulling triple duty, y'all.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I'm playing catch up now.
Yeah, we got Saberwolf now running the restream and the tracker
Yep.
Nobody War emptying his party out and keeping Terra along. Gonna go ahead and do Gogo's check here. I think there's some conversation that gets had about the logic of the game and trying to game that out to know like which checks would be the best thing to pick at any given moment. I believe the way that it works is that new characters have a higher chance of having other characters behind them, I believe. I kind of forget exactly. That's a bit beyond my pay grade in terms of understanding how this whole thing works. You play by feel.
Yeah, you definitely have to use the Force, and especially when all these runners, we have four. It's been a while since we've had a 4-way run on the Worlds Collide FF6 Worlds Collide channel, both on Twitch and YouTube. So it's kind of nice having a big 4-wide race now today. This is just a fun race. Again, Ultros League dropped today. Brand new league round. We have 5 tonic, by the way, 5 tonic groups this season, season 3. So the league does keep on growing, which is amazing. We want to keep it rolling. I ended up in Potion C, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm crying because the level of competitors in Potion C is just ridiculous.
There are a lot of killers. We've been getting a lot of new players. They've been coming in drips and drabs, and for the most part, they've all been pretty strong. Like I'm in Tonic A, and there's some decent ones in there too.
Yeah, and by the way, on screen, Kalar McBrand, new person in the community, has been running on these restreams the last couple weeks, so it's nice to see new faces. They are in the Tonic group. Double Down, I know, is in actually Megalixer, the commissioner of multiple leagues that we have here. So yeah, Jexfarok, I don't remember what division Jexfarok's and Nobody War's in actually.
Ooh, Mog with jump.
Ooh, natural
Jexfarok
jumping
going
Mog.
through, picking up his character at the end of the sealed gate. Has that dragon horn. Dragon horn and a hero ring. Mog is set.
Yep.
That character is done for the rest of the game outside of just picking up a new weapon.
Yep. You just gotta find that spear for Mog. Naturally able to equip, I believe, is the Aura Spear.
Yeah, is there a difference? I've been playing this so much, I kind of forget. I thought that both Edgar and Mog could equip either the Pearl Lance or the Aura Lance, but maybe it's one or the other.
It's weird. No, it's weird. No, it's one or the other. If you play like Pixel Remaster or whatever it is, like one has Pearl and the other one has Aura, or vice versa. And I can't remember which is which. I think it's Mog Aura, Edgar Pearl. I want to say it's that way. It might be the other way around. 56 grand for the whatever item that is.
That was a Phantom Esper. So definitely want to go over to the messed up version of that town and get the World is Over discount. Holy crap, what happened to Nobody War?
You best be frozen with a demi after that. Oh my goodness. A second demi?
Oh boy.
Okay, so if you're frozen with demi, is that called a demi-class?
It is now.
That's Chaos Knight. We make fun. This is not serious racing as oh goodness gracious. This could be bad. 2 more demis and Nobody War's dead. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
We just had to cut up our food before we ate it, that's all.
You're right, yeah.
Make us again to bite like size pieces.
Half and then half and then half and then half.
Yeah. Gonna cut into quarter, then we cut in half, then quarters and eighths, you know. Sorry, I'm doing math. I shouldn't be doing math.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. Whoa, sneaking past the leprechaun there. Actually, what color are they wearing? Brown today?
Is that brown? Yeah, it looks brown.
Yeah, brown green.
Got a little greedy. Couldn't quite get the luck to have that guy keep going left.
Well, but drop it down. Finding a golden hairpin, which is not a bad item. It's a good early game item. Allows you to cast any big spells like Grand Train or something like that in the early game. Unfortunately, this tactic doesn't work. You can't just bait them to come at you like that.
Yeah, they're totally random, right? It's just the game decides whether or not it's going to go left or right this time. Jexrock finding a red jacket in a barrel in South Figaro. And I believe all of our runners have found earrings at this point as well.
Very nice. And Kalar's going to go for the Dragonhorn, already having Mog on board with the jump.
Oh yeah, if you got a natural jumper, the Dragonhorn is the easy. That's the easy. I mean, that's kind of the answer anyway, but especially in this case.
By the way, jump. Nobody wore third try on this on the dance here in the middle. 14 on the curse shield. We're not going to see any paladin shields today.
No, 14 is way too much.
Oh, by the way, Kefka matching Nobody's War menu options, by the way, for his outfit.
Ooh, yeah, Nobody War having a lot of trouble.
3.
Well, Double Down nopes out of a Tyrannosaurus fight. Kind of rough if you're still at level 3.
Yeah, my 3-year-old loves dinosaurs. He'd be okay with that. Match up as Nobody War goes down again.
Kalar taking that PM Stalker fight.
Yep. Randomizer, by the way, in South Figaro, so a little bit of money there. But what's
there we go.
So besides jump on Mog, I saw Sword Tech on Sabin. What's his Terra and Sabin have?
Ooh, we're gonna find here in a second.
Okay,
Runic Sabin, not too
Sabin,
good.
yeah.
I think Sword Tech was on lock.
Yep, and jumps on Mog.
Oh, capture for Terra.
Oh,
Sword Tech lock is not too bad, but the other two are a little weak. Terra at least has good equipment options. She's guaranteed a Lumina user, but
oh no, did Nobody War glitch? Oh yeah, he didn't. Oh, okay. He almost glitched.
That is scary because you really want that 1 cycle drop, right? Or 2 cycle drop. You want to make sure you get all the way to that door and gets Magicite at the end of it. Not a bad one.
Nope. Hold on, I gotta figure out where I am. There I am. By the way, this is a new tracker on the 4-way tracker. It's due, so gotta get used to it.
Double Down fighting the leader for a while has given him a... Oh, there he goes.
All right.
Took a little bit of time out of him.
Oh, sorry. 2 Espers there for Nobody War. I'm behind.
It's a tough job. Well, Kalar taking some grind fights out in front of Narsh.
Not bad. Oh, I was doing this grind fight in Pixel Remaster the other day.
Woo! Jexrock had a little bit of burps.
Yep.
Looks like he took a reset.
A lot of resets in this run.
I really have to get used to the 4-player screen again. This is a lot going on.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done that.
That's a music reference I can get. I know that one. You want to do Venture Brothers quotes? I'm all there, but music references, I'm not quite as good at that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll handle the music references then. Don't worry about it.
Perfect.
Oh, one new thing in this. Now, this is we are on patch 1.2.2.
Oh, yes, I did get that list.
Yeah, which means that Mog now has an extra check. On top of the wolf check, which is you still do the wolf check first, regardless, no matter what you do here. But now, you also do Kefka Narsh, which then takes you back to Arvin's house. Instead of being left up at the top of the hill, you actually go back to Arvin's house, and then if you talk to Arvin, you actually will activate Mog's second check, which is the Moogle Defense, which is at the beginning of the game, when Terra fell down the hole and Locke finds her and the Moogles come to the rescue of Locke and Terra. You actually reenact that fight. And so it's a really good check series. It's pretty much kind of like Magitech Facility, where you do the first 2 parts, like where you have talked to the wolf thief and you do the Kefka Narsh fight, like kind of like Magitech Facility. Then you talk to Sid, but this time you talk to Arvin and you get to the 3rd portion of it.
Yeah, kind of took Mog way up the tier list there in terms of the checks that you have available when you find him. really makes. Oh, and Terra as well, double down, showing off the full four-person check.
Yep.
Unfortunately, running into Funbaba.
Yeah, Pumbaba is a little bit more difficult here. It's going to be a big poof of health. But yeah, when you start with, you see a Terra Moogle start, you're going to be living in Narsh, especially with even Locke now, because Locke actually has the World of Ruin Narsh checks there too, which Kylar's
Yeah.
just leaving now. But yeah, you start with a Terra Moogle, you have 4 checks so you can do back to back to back to back. So you could do Welk into, well, you start Wolf, then you do Welk into Wolf, into Kefka Narsh, into Moogle Defense. So.
And the Moogle defense, the way that it works is it starts up that little cutscene of where in the original game Terra was kind of running into that corner away from the guards. In this case, you either get if it's a character in that check, you see that character there. But otherwise, I believe it just shows a Moogle running into that corner if it's a dead check or an Esper, which is kind of funny because if I was just about to say if you didn't have Mog, that could throw you off, but you would have Mog, so it wouldn't throw you off.
Unless you're in open world. If you're doing open world and you have the check, then it throws you off. So that's why I'm hoping that maybe there's a mini patch where it can be like the Imp, for instance, right here in Jack's screen, where Jack's getting another Esper for themselves. Actually, the first Esper.
Phoenix.
The Phoenix Cave, go figure.
Is this even randomized?
Well, it wasn't yesterday. What was it last week for Worlds Collide Coliseum with the Cyan flag set? It was all vanilla bosses. So which means you had to face the statue bosses at the statues.
Yeah.
So that was really rough. And it was permadeath too.
Right, because it was Cyan.
Which didn't really come into play, which was kind of a crazy play. If you want to go back and watch it, you can. But first Esper found was Phoenix anyways, which gives you life 3, so man.
Jexbrock looting the Returner's hideout. Let's see if he decides to take a little trip down the river.
It's not a bad deal. I mean, it does give you a little bit more levels and such. But having Mog, I mean, you can even fight the soldiers of Kefka and Narsh for some levels too.
Yeah, so lots of options. Lots of options with this group.
No.
Nope.
No, the Mad Scientist will not do that.
Unless he's just checking the shop first. Let's all think about Mark Twain. Send your Mark Twain energy to Jax Varrock. We got double bobbies on the screen now as Kalar McBran is taking that Terra check at Welk. A few more levels, it looks like, and possibly less scaling as well. It's 4 characters and no Espers versus Double Down's 4 characters and 1 Esper. Yeah, Nobody War doing the same thing. Narsh is definitely the place to be with this character set. Like, even with Go-Go, it looks like Nobody War did not go to the sealed cave, so he does not have his Moogle with him. Let's Double Down finally takes out the bench press demon. Gets Tarato. Not bad. We'll see what spells and bonuses they've got on him, but Earth Elemental stuff doesn't really come into play too terribly often in Final Fantasy VI, unfortunately. Kalar taking down Fumbaba way faster as well.
Not bad.
I'm trying to look at like all 4 of them at once, and I think that's what's caused my problems.
I like the backbeat victory music as Kalar gets their Esper there. Do a little tracker update here. KLR has 4 characters. 1 Esper has not found Go-Go yet. Nobody War is at 3 Espers.
Double
4
down,
characters. No Mog, however.
double down, taking the item on the right. I missed what that was, unfortunately. Illumina. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's worth.
Yeah. I mean, you know where if you know where to go. So the other option for Mog's check will be hanging out in the Moogle Cave in ruined Narsh. So you can just head on in there and grab that, which is it's not a bad idea since the Illumina isn't going to increase scaling. Getting that powerful weapon right now, and then he can just go and do that other check whenever it's most convenient.
Oh, KLR. Oh, KLR is going to say no to the Illumina. Now, it is available if you go down to back to the World of Ruin again. You go down to where you find Mog in the World of Ruin. It is a magic site instead.
Ifrit.
But you can get the Illumina still, and that will definitely be worth getting as we find experience eggs in the item shop. Wherever Jexy is, and he has an Atma weapon too.
Going into his cell list, gonna make the break for it. I mean, you want to find that early on. You know, if you find an experience egg in a shop at like minute 45 or whatever, it's like, who cares? But still, this early on, and only 45k. That's actually a pretty good deal.
Yep, and it is also known as the win egg. Usually, if you get the experience egg very early on in your matches, you will definitely win the battle. As Double Down taking a fight here at the Kefka Narsh, getting the Geidshagus, or Hades rather. Well.
Hades. So we can't cuss. It's 1994 and it's Nintendo, so we can't. No swears.
Yeah, all right.
Double Down taking him out right quick. Looks like he dumped Sabin in the alternate party, which kind of makes sense. He's probably the weakest link of this group right now.
Goodbye. You're doing references, right?
The weakest link.
Goodbye. You pay attention to chat. I'm not going to be able to pay attention to chat, so let me know.
All right, fair enough.
Chat, get involved here. If you want to get involved with this, make sure you head over to our Discord. Just hit ff6wc.com/Discord and join the community there.
It's really fun. There's a lot of cool people there. We love talking about this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Terra Sebin ran away and left Mug behind, jumping in the air. He's going to get cleavered in the back for that, followed by a step mine.
Single pug.
Even a Mug behind. I thought there was no Moogle left behind here.
I think that's the other check. You can leave a lot of Moogles behind in this one. It's Kefka at Narsh, man. Oh boy, Atma.
Oh, goodness gracious.
The rough Atma.
Toilet Atma.
It's a very interesting fight. He absorbs all elements except for fire, ice, and lightning. Thankfully, it looks like they do have some espers and some breakable rods they can use to make this go on a little bit. But it looks like Mog is definitely going to be the MVP in this fight.
Yeah, not great damage. There was almost 1,000 damage there, but yeah, Terra does not have any gear. Looks like for defense. Ooh. That's a pincer attack of Tyrannosaurus there for Jexvarok. Hello.
If you can take him out, this is a ton of experience points, though. Waiting on there. Thought he was going to fire off Runic. I'm not sure what the Tyrannosaur would be using this early levels, but way later on, they can throw out Meteor.
For Kalar.
Was that because was he fighting a pug? Oh no, he was fighting Toilet Atma.
Toilet Atma. Both of his characters are down on the ground as he got snow thrown at him.
Oof.
Fire Shield, by the way, in the Returner's Cave, in the bucket. So we do have a Thunder Shield and a Fire Shield available. And Jexvarok is completely getting dismantled here in this pincer attack by the T-Rexes.
It's taking him down. If he can manage to get all the way through, Terra goes down to a bite.
Get airborne, Moogle. Go for it.
Do it. Yeah, go ahead and jump.
You've got one shot, one opportunity as a Moogle. Do you take it?
No way, Jack.
That's a double bounce. That's a triple bounce for the Moogle. Survives the slash in the face.
Seems like he's got some better armor there. That's pretty good.
Oh, Kalar with the step through win there. Does pick up the secondary boss though, which he's going to try to run away from like Double Down did.
It's a good call. I guess Terra does have capture, so they probably could have tried for a Minerva, but maybe you just want to get out of there when you see that little guy.
Also,
He's
is
very
trying to
scary.
break the is trying to break the Paladin shield too.
Oh, that's
He's got
true.
a ribbon on Terra.
Yeah, look at that. Got them numbers.
Nobody War now heading down Letta River.
Hey, somebody's taking the trip.
Catch up
This is one of those
Nobody
fun
War here. He is
checks.
4 and 4 actually. He's got 4 espers.
Leet River is a very fun check because it's kind of tough. It's not usually the best use of your time, but it's also one that hardly anybody thinks to take. So if there's some good stuff at the end of it, you can get a real leg up on somebody.
I would have captured there on this Persian, which he's doing right now, because Persian will try to steal back, but unfortunately kills it. You could definitely make extra money off that because there's a money multiplier for winning a battle, and you will actually multiply the amount of money that was stolen from you. So you get 3 times your money back. You get interest back, you know.
And I believe there's somebody has a cat hood in play. I forget who, but that can also be a fun little boost as Double Down takes down Toilet Atma at the end of Kefka Narsh.
Oh, nobody more finding much easier to fight with Lobo and guards. These are like the first enemies you've seen the whole entire game. As Double Down does get through Atma weapon, gets a Kieran Esper further. But now this is where the extra new thing happens, where you now walk down. They'll let you reform the party, and you end up in Arvin's house, back in Narsh, and you can attack to Arvin again, which he's not going to do the extra
Possibly
mob
save?
check, which basically is another variation of the Kefka Narsh fight again, but the Moogle version.
Okay, yeah, it's going to head over to the beginner's classroom to get a quick save, maybe take a drink of some bucket water.
Yep, get a good old swig of that bucket water there.
Num num.
Get the save.
They keep a small turtle in there to get that healing factor.
Oh, well, you know the mutagen, from the Ninja Turtle juice.
That's right.
Kalar, second time's a charm. Terra's not going to get any experience off that, unfortunately, but it does get through the fight. That'll be their Kieran Esper. Meanwhile, Jexvarok is fighting through the Imperial camp. Now there's talking to Arvidan for Double Down. Oh, it's going to be Cyan. Cyan's going to be the reward off
that's a
this
good
check
one.
as he falls down through the floor.
Jexrock looks like got Shiva from the Imperial camp with Life 2 on it. Very nice find.
All right.
So let's see if Double Down knows the path to avoid all the fights in this. It's a little bit more complicated than the one at Kefka at Narsh. You kind of got to hang out on the bottom right. Well, I guess just to the right of the middle, that little alleyway there, and you kind of got to shimmy your way left and right to avoid the whatever those are walking up. Bugbears?
Well, they're woolies. They're woolly mammoths, I believe. As Kalar is now doing that same exact check, well, Jex is going to be chasing waterfalls.
So yes, does look like Double Down knows it.
Oof.
And yeah, gets that skip past that last one and goes to fight Dodaluma.
Okay. Another update to this flag set, by the way, is that, or at least the patch anyways, Marshall, who is the boss of this, is mixed in with the rest of the group.
Ah, yes.
However, he has ridiculous companions. They're not just going to be the Lobos or the Woolies. It could be like 2 T-Rexes or something like that. It could be something pretty crazy. And you actually have to beat all of them. It's not like Vargas and the Pooh Bears where you kill Vargas and that's it. No, you have to kill all 3 targets.
Yeah, I think there's a list and it's based on enemy level. So once you get up into the like 30s or so, that's when you start running into the really nasty late game Magitech armor that has a bunch of spells, and the fight is not as much of a pushover. He's definitely no leader.
No, he's definitely not leader, and he's a very strong boss early in the game. He's actually one of the better grabs too. And also, apparently, and you cannot go back in the room and you hit the warp stone. You can get out that way.
Yeah, you go up one, and then in the Moogle, the weird Moogle village, you can warp out of there.
But the martial monster for Gao is like one of the strongest ones you can get very early on in the game because of the wind slash ability. Very few things are weak to wind, so or at least are strong to wind, I should say, or absorb wind. So it's a very strong ability that hits all the targets and does a fair amount of damage too.
I would like to take a quick pat on the back for Jexfrock for swiping all 3 elemental shields from the Inferno and his 2 little hands there. Always nice to see Inferno if you happen to have steel on somebody.
Kalar gets there. Cyan is almost vanilla Ultros. That's actually Ultros 3. So I guess this is the French vanilla Ultros.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
Goes down to fire 3 just right.
By the way, everybody grabbing the dragon horn there from the weapon shop.
It's the right thing to do.
Ew, health cyan. Blech.
Oh, yeah, that's not too great.
I mean, health's great, because it does keep you up in the party and all, like in the early game. It's kind of like, what, Cure 1.5?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, between that and Runic Sabin, not really.
Ooh,
you can go
character
right,
for Jex. Realm.
Very nice.
Very sunbathe realm. Murder Child unlocked for Jex for Rock. Looks like Mog in Realm been in the shade sun for too long. Lord Natural Magic Realm with 44 base magic power. Oh,
that is a
my.
Good character.
That is bye-bye Sabin.
Yeah,
hello,
see you
Realm.
later.
Let's see what she got for skills here. She already has a Magus hat and tabby suit. Earrings immediately going on her too as well.
She is ready to go.
Oh, not going to be able to see what the lords are quite yet.
Yeah, Double Down also heading into the Moogle Cave at Dark Narsh to grab his Ifrit.
All right.
Mentioned that earlier. Nobody Ward taking a long walk up Mount Colts to figure out who this guy is.
Yep, and I believe this I believe the Shadow is a character. I believe that runs away from you. I think that's part of the patch. I'm not sure if that was added in or not.
I don't think so.
I
know that was talked about, but I don't think that has been implemented just yet.
Okay. Infrared Shiva there is the fight, though.
At least from my looking at it, it looked quite a bit like just the Vargas sprite.
Double Down having Cyan on the party is going to go to the Dream, while Kalar is going to go to the camp, Imperial camp. Jeff's Rock is doing Falling House.
Ooh, Kalar also, I believe, is the one that bought that. Did Kalar buy the experience egg, or was that Jex Rock?
If Kalar bought it, Jex Rock does have experience egg.
Okay, if Kalar bought it, Kalar's going to be fighting these Tyrannosauruses with the experience egg on. So that's going to be a huge boost to whoever happens to be wearing that.
Spicy chickens in chat, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Spicy chicken alert.
Oh, goodbye, Locke.
Shiva and Everett go down for Nobody War. By the way, the Esper for World of Ruin is only 11,000.
Yes, much better.
Ooh, dead check for Nobody War.
Yet another Genji armor.
Yep, which is not bad. I mean, we have a lot of people that can use Genji armor, so.
It's a good item. It's just not exactly what you want to see after a boss fight.
No, it's not. By the way, don't forget Coliseum 2 Grand Final coming up very, very soon. Falcon Hit versus Zenobian. Stay tuned for times and when that match will be.
It's going to be a good one. I plan on finding somewhere to hide at work so that I can watch as much of it as possible.
Well, I am off all week, so I will definitely be the restreamer for it. So, can't wait. Great use of my FLMA time, I must say.
Oh.
Yeah. Family medical leave, go.
A Silverthorn in chat pointing out that one of the other additions to the new patches is procs from capture. That Illumina shot off a pearl right after Terra used the capture with it.
Oh, interesting.
Which is a very nice addition. Really makes that ability a little nicer. Double down, taking some rough times over Poltergeist.
Yeah, that's a wave cannon coming out as Jexrock's going to pick up another character. This is going to be Go-Go for them.
And pushing through it, not taking the reset. Going to go ahead and try to get his party back in order.
Yep, Wildcat's having a fire shield on, so he's going to be absorbing a lot of this as, oh no, here comes the stop in the name of love.
Locke's heart is about to be broken.
Red Jack is stolen away from Poltergeist as here comes that Pearl proc you were just mentioning.
And as a quick point out, Jexrock floating around the shops in Ruined Zen, which I didn't notice earlier, there is a flame shield for sale in there.
That'll be very important as the spicy chicken is guarding the way to your nightmare.
Yep.
We actually kind of need that because we do have a Locke with Sword Tech, so that would give Locke all 8 Sword Techs, which gives him the insta-kill ability.
Yeah, it's really, really worth it. If you have somebody that has that, if you have somebody with Sword Tech, you definitely want to do the dream.
More dinosaurs in the Imperial camp. This time, Brontosauruses.
Is that the other one in the dinosaur forest, or am I thinking of a different sprite? Okay, well that's a shame.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Now, if you can get Terra back up, you can start swiping some economizers from these guys.
Nobody more taking a plunge off the falls is going to get their realm here in just a second. So I'm pretty sure with 4th party member being Go-Go will be out of the party here.
Yeah. Well, maybe Sabin, but since Go-Go, at the very least, I guess there isn't really a whole lot extra for him to do unless you really want to start snapping rods and shields.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Double Down fighting off the train that is trying to destroy Doma Castle.
Yeah, I guess the train's coming into the station at Doma Castle, picking up all those dead bodies for when Kafka poisoned the castle. I guess that's how Kane's wife got on the train, right?
Yeah. She got thrown on.
Yeah. Pick up Cure 3, by the way. That's going to be a good spell to have.
Make quick work of that train. There's nobody war checking the possibly least checked shop in the entire game. Not a whole lot there, though, so maybe there's a reason for that.
5 characters, 4 Espers here for Kalar. We got Nobody War with 5 characters, 5 Espers. I'm going to plan on that one. Sorry about that. We have Jex Farok in the Poon Bubba fight right now. 6 characters, 3 Espers. And last but not least, we got Double Down, the Kamash at 5 and 5. Going for number 6 there.
Yeah, Jexfarok, the only one with the full set of characters at this point. Lots of checks available to him right now. Lowest number of Espers, but everybody is roughly in the same area. It looks like Nobody War and Double Down got with the 5 each. They're running a little bit hotter, but scaling pretty even across the board here for now, anyway.
Nobody War with the peak on the Phantom Train. It is going to be Behemoth Suit. That's a dead check. Be good on it for Realm, who can naturally wear it, but nope on that.
There's a pretty healthy abundance of good armor at this point, so I agree with that.
Womp coming out from Double Down from Lock on behind. That's going to be a deadlock.
Crunch.
Womp actually deals physical. It's a physical damage version of Flare. For those wondering how much damage it deals, I believe.
Oh, okay, so is it affected by hitting somebody in the back then?
Well, the pincer attack, if you hit somebody from behind, it does deal more damage. So.
You're right.
But unfortunately, getting the bad roll like Jex Varrock did with the double dinos on either side. So Kalar got, I guess, the best part of the deal with getting the two Brontos face
Man,
up.
I think that might just be the fight. Looks like everybody's got the pincer attack at this point.
Jex Varrock's hitting up the Kefka. Going up to Kefka, Narsh, and the Wolf. Here in Narsh. Kalar will be getting Realm here at the end of this, and this is an Esper waiting for Double Down. And Nobody War, rather.
Jex might not want Cyan once he runs into them, but beyond that, there's Illumina. A lot. That's true. Yeah, he might take the Illumina. We'll see. It'll finally give Terra something to do.
Oh, he's going to pause there for a second, too.
Everybody's taking a second.
Yeah, not going to get the Esper. That is the Infrared Esper there that he said no to.
Yeah, gonna have to take a little trip to go get that later. Having the Illumina is pretty good, though. That gives Locke and Terra a real nice thing to do early on. We saw Terra earlier.
Atma weapon instead of Illumina. I don't know. I hope he catches that.
Ooh.
Jex Varrock equipping the Atma weapon, not the Illumina. Did not catch that, though. So, he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he swings the sword to be like, uh-oh, I'm swinging the wrong one. But he can hotfix it. He can hotfix change that.
Yeah, he's going to have to make a quick change. It's Kalar going through the little cutscene to get their own murder child.
Yep, Nobody War getting their Esper there. Back in the airship up and going into Thomas.
Yeah, heading to Thamasa.
Thamasa. Super Balls in Thamasa, by the way.
Not bad. Dried meat there as well.
Now, by the way, Super Balls and Breakable Rods are available. However, they are for an increased cost. They're a more expensive cost.
Yes, and that is new for this particular season of Ultros League. Breakable Rods and Super Balls have been put back into the shop rotation.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'll be honest and say I'm not a fan.
However, Breakable Rods are, I believe, 2 or 3 times more expensive than they were in the base game. So if you do happen to find a fire rod, you are unfortunately going to have to drop, anywhere between 8 and 12K on that sucker.
And the Super Balls are going to be 24,000, by the way. Unless you find them in the in Figaro, if you have King Edgar with you, it'll be, of course, half price, so 12,000 on there. As Double Downs are going to take their dive off the cliff to go get their realm. Nobody War going across Mount. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's in Esper Mountain. I'm sorry.
Ah, okay. That's probably why.
A new check. Actually, we don't know what the result of this is going to be.
That's probably why they went to Thamasa then. That's usually a 1-2. You go in there, grab a couple extra chests, pick a couple shops, and then run into the mountain afterwards.
Yep. Kalar's going to peek Phantom Terrain. We know, unfortunately, that is going to be a dead check Behemoth suit. Jex Varrock is going to pick up their Magicite Kieran. Wave Cannon on Double Down. That's going to hit for a little bit. Goddess! Oh my goddess.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Nobody War with, looks like lower levels than the other racers have at this point.
Yep, he's going to run in fear. Jex Varrock is going to find the Cyan running away from the Narsh soldiers.
I didn't see if he bothered to go and save, so he might just be going to go ahead and go through with this. Cyan has some good checks. You can get into the Dream. Doma Castle's nice and quick. And in addition, getting the statue skip at the end of the game is 9 characters or 12 espers
Yep.
in this one versus the Colosseum's boss limit.
Correct. If you find 12 more than what you really needed, you will be able to skip to get to the statue switches.
We can explain that in more detail once they get closer to the end game.
Well, I'm not snapping my fingers here. I mean, come on now.
Speaking of, we're at minute 45 and not quite there yet for any of our runners. I don't know if anybody else out there who might be playing at the same time kind of felt this too, but when I was playing some of these Ultros League seeds versus the Colosseum ones, they always felt like they were taking a lot longer.
Nobody wore down gambling in the auction house.
Nice.
First try there, getting the Esper where the glowing stones are available.
Congrats to Nobody War. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
I swear. Don't tell the newspaper that I'm mad.
Okay, we'll try not to quote you on that. That is Esper number 7, Odin. A good
That's a
Esper
good
there
one.
too. It's going to take a peek and ask to see if there's another Esper available. There are still glowing stones available. Oh, he's not even going to save. He's just going to go for it.
Yo.
But. Wow, 2 for 2.
Oh.
Come on, man.
All right, now I'm mad. Now you can tell the newspaper that I'm mad.
Zelfer Luck coming through there for Nobody War.
It's bleeding out.
Double Down actually going for round 2 of the Dome of Dream here.
Yeah, got a lot more equipment after a couple of checks. Got a couple more espers, a few more levels. I think now is the time, if any, to go ahead and try to take on Spicy Chicken.
There's the Bahamut Esper there for the second Esper for Nobody War. 2 good Espers as,
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is now on the screen for Kalar.
And Clark's just going to take him.
Her.
Throw out bios, going to jump.
Take on me.
Ooh, Pearlwind, natural Pearlwind for Realm there. Not a lot of offense on those lures, but Aqua Rake, we'll see if Aqua Rake does a little bit of damage here.
Holy cow, I'm way behind on Nobody War. Nobody War's actually at 8 Espers, by the way.
Yep, yeah.
I'm way behind on that.
Got 2 off of that auction house. Going to jump right into this one. This might be 9 Espers here. Free experience egg. See, now you got to make the hard choice of which extremely good relic you want to drop for the benefit there.
Yeah, sorry all for the delay on the tracking. I'm kind of pulling triple duty here. But this is round 2 for Double Down versus Polterdice. As we do see the other statue boss still on screen for Kalar, fighting through this fight. Jexfrox finishing off the leader check here. They're going to get another Esper for them. That's Esper number 6. As Nobody War going through Ozer's mansion now. This is a check we have not seen.
Yeah, this is exciting because if this is an Esper at the end of it, then a lot of the checks that Nobody War has not taken are the ones with characters in them. So, like a lot of the good timed ones, at least. The Moogle Defense. What else haven't they done? They haven't gone through the Sealed Cave yet. So Nobody War might be in the tower here pretty soon.
Kalar picking up an Esper there off the Goddess check. One of our other runners noped out of that one, so slight advantage for them getting through that fight. I was going to pick the other 2 chests up on the backside here.
Oh, interesting. This is one that I don't do that often.
Just walking out. I guess I have a Warpstone.
I know everybody's got their favorite silly chests that they pick up. For one, I always go into the basement in South Figaro. Or not the basement, the weird shack in the back of the rich guy's house. Pop open that clock.
Oh, yeah. It is an imp there at the end of Ozer's mansion. Ooh. A smaller version of the imp that's the Ozer is. I don't no idea what the Ozer is. And it is statue number 3, Doom, on screen.
At least they're all accounted for at this point.
Yep, so no statues in Kefka's Tower. We can note that. And Kalar's going to go to Cyan's Dreams, going to get facing another statue boss. That'll be their second statue in a row.
Kalar, thankfully, is decked out with Ice
Ooh.
3, Cure 3. He's got a lot of good spells, so might have a bit of an easier time. As we see Double Down just chewing through this boss.
And Jax is in the dream as well, so 3 of our runners are now going to be seeing Poltergeist here in a sec. So all the spicy chickens, as that chicken goes down for Double Down.
That probably felt good. Yeah, here we go. Jax Rock. See how Jax does against this nasty chicken. Oh, I completely forgot. Aura Lance from Poltergeist. It just drops it, so guaranteed strong Mog at the end of this.
Yep, Mog gets their spear that they need, or lance, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to get the 8 sword techs for Locke, so a lot of our characters are going to get online here out of this check. So this is a very, very important check to get through for our runners.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a load-bearing one. Yeah, Nobody War having a little bit of trouble putting out a bunch of damage against Doom here. Doesn't have Mog. Does not have... Oh, yeah, Realm's in the party. She's at the top.
Yep, Realm with the go-go to copy the spell lists that we have coming in with Ice 3 and Fire 3.
Ooh. Terra and Sabin are both going to be taking a Reflected Fire 3. Oh, hey, it hit Realm. Didn't do nothing. Yeah, we got a 2-piece chicken here on the screen. KLR and Jax Eve both fighting the Poltergeist.
Double Down here in the next part of it. It is not a character. Sorry, I'll get it out. It was, however, the reward off that. I missed it. Actually, it is an Esper. So possible triple Esper here at the Dream, which will definitely catch up the rest of our runners to Nobody War, who's struggling on Doom here.
Yeah, this is running into a little bit of trouble, losing a bit of time. Hopefully this won't be a dead check either. Terra picked up Merton at some point. Congratulations.
Oh my goodness. Pearl Proc off of Terra there for Jax Rock, dealing almost 7,000 damage.
Ooh.
Experience Egg. Hello, people.
Levels are the most important stat in the game. That's a very important number to make as big as you possibly can. Double Down running into the math check.
Is on the throne in the Dream.
The most terrifying move in the entire game is the initial level 5 death off of this guy. If you have not looked at your menu screen in a little while, you don't know what's going to happen. Nobody War using Meteor's ability to pierce through Reflect to keep doing some magic damage here to Doom.
Yep.
Jax Rock doing a little dance in the door there.
Yeah, Double Down's Lock only has Sword Tech 5, so this will jump him from Sword Tech 5 to 8 right after this boss fight. And he does have Fenrir. That's a dead chicken for Kalar. As all of our runners have passed Nobody War in their fight on the statues. Nobody War started this fight partway into Double Down's spicy chicken fight, and the rest of the runners were able to finish their spicy chickens. Well, Nobody War still fighting Doom here.
Yeah, Doom really turning into a big wall here. I believe that's the 4th force field he's managed to get off.
My goodness. We should do it here. We're very close.
Oh yeah, I believe that those start happening at 40% health. Maybe it's 50, but low, not... it does not happen until the second half of the fight. There is the crack.
Wow. This was Ozer's Mansion, right?
Oh, yes.
I forgot checking was on. It was so long. My goodness. So we don't know the result of what this will be here as Skyrender comes out for the reward there. Not as good as Excalibur or Ornaments is.
Carbuncle. I don't know why, but it feels like I don't see that often. And Unicorn, so Nobody War is one character away from unlocking Kefka.
Now, all he really needs to do is find Mog, because that's the person we're missing here.
Oh, never mind. Double Down just sliding in front of everybody else. Just excuse me, I'm actually in front, thank you very much.
Was that a Kefka unlock?
Yep, got his 9th Esper.
Oh my goodness, that is a triple Esper in the Dream. Let's give him the Kefka unlock, shall we?
And one of those Espers was Fenrir, for that matter. I want to save the one from Poltergeist.
Yep.
So yeah, Double Down feeling pretty confident at minute 56. Gonna go ahead and take a dragon fight before jumping into the tower.
Nobody was saying, don't take Ragnarok away from us. We're not sure if that's the Esper Ragnarok or the weapon Ragnarok.
Ooh, that's always a bummer. Well, either way, it's not a character, so...
No, it's not a character. We're looking for Mog. Now, where was Mog?
Mog was... Oh, Mog was the... oh, God. Oh, no.
Where was he?
I forgot to write it down.
Oh, he's in Esper Mountain.
Ah!
So the answer is Esper Mountain. However, he is going to go to Phoenix Cave instead.
Wait, no, I don't think so. I think Esper Mountain was a dead check.
Was it a shit? Because that's the only check I see that he hasn't done.
Hey, shoutouts to Ceiling Cat.
Where are you?
The linchpin for this whole thing.
You.
We are very dumb.
Where was it? Where's the Moogle at, girl?
Where is the Moogle at?
We need you, Cat. Anyways.
It's like that part in the Final Fantasy VII remake when the party splits up and Cloud and Barret are just like smacking a door.
Well, that's Kefka unlocked there for Jexfarok as well, as they're on the board. Color's is going to get 3 Espers like Jexfarok and Double Down did, but that still puts them 1 short, though. They only get them to 8.
Oh, I don't know if I think my stream chat might be freezing or something. I'm not getting...
Uh-oh.
Not getting that anymore.
Oh, it's a reset for Kalar. Double Down doing some final minute shopping as Jexfarok. He's going to go into the tower first here at 58 minutes, 15 seconds.
That is interesting. Has some decent levels. Probably going to be able to pull it off. And gain a few more along the way. But sneaking in ahead of Double Down here. Nobody War heading through. Oh, this wasn't. It wasn't in Phoenix Cave. Man, I cannot remember where the Moogle was.
I want to say it was Esper. I want to say it was Esper Cave. I'm going to stick by that.
Kalar McBride passing his math check. Taking a bit of time double down screen, doing some menuing, getting everything in order.
Yep, 59-20, so he's 1 minute 5 seconds behind Jex now. Shout out to the 54 viewers we got on here. If you want to watch us live, you're going to watch us on twitch.tv/FF6 Worlds Collide. If you miss our streams or want to watch the VODs, the best place to watch those is on our YouTube. Same thing, FF6 Worlds Collide.
Yes, lots of people behind the scenes putting in a lot of good hard work, making that stuff, making it available to y'all, making it nicely packaged. Saberwolf here doing a lot of good work.
Yeah, that's called me.
And the Swans.
Yeah, the Swans has been helping out with the Coliseum. Also, rocking out the highlights shows too, with the top 5 best plays and some of the crazy plays that might have happened during the Coliseum event. Definitely worth watching the highlight shows.
They're very cool. So Nobody War taking that dragon in the Phoenix Cave there for a Genji helmet. Sure.
For levels. So looking for the character here. We do not know what the Phoenix Cave is, though. I don't believe.
I believe it was an Esper. I forget which one. Oh, it was Phoenix.
It's Phoenix. Phoenix is Phoenix, yeah. So, yeah. So I was right.
Kalar fighting Doomgaze there. Probably can't be killed at this point by really anything other than the Doom spell, which is kind of nice. Nice feeling.
Yeah. Nobody were trying to figure out where to go now. Probably might be drunk on Coliseum too because of no free checks.
I thought that Nobody War had picked up an Edgar at some point, but it was just Goko.
Yeah.
He's mimicking.
He's got those tools out as Jex Rock. First fight here, Doulahan.
Yeah, not too bad to find at this point. That opening attack might be kind of rough, but ate it pretty good.
Double Down running through the tower a little bit faster than Jexy is. Escalar finally gets through the Doom fight. It's going to get all the sword text, the Esper, the sword text for Locke. It's going to get 2 Espers off this. I'm going to just click him up to 8 because he's just going to look at the throne anyways. And there goes Nobody War into the Esper Mountain. That Esper Cave. That is where Mog is hiding.
Okay, I think I got Esper Mountain mixed up with Esper Cave. Which, in my defense, is fair.
Okay.
But yes, this is where Mog is. You were right.
I was right. Okay, sorry, I'm channeling the critical role there. Kalar McBrain looking for one more Esper. Looks like he's going to go to the auction house, see if he has Nobody War's luck. Try to get one of the last 2 Espers, which both are good. Odin and Bahamut.
Yes.
Samo wins there for Jex and Double Down, both getting the win there back to back. Double Down catching up. Was a minute behind, is now tied.
Yeah, must have just ran through the whole thing a little bit quicker. Maybe just did a little bit less menuing or something along the way, but close that gap.
And there is. Oh, good. Love the music, by the way, on this one. Wow, hello.
Ooh, Kalar getting a splendid chest with a coronet in it.
Oh, and Nobody War seeing the natural jump. Mog is like, where were you, all seed? Well, he was hiding at the end of the cave here as he gets his Kefka unlocked. Kalar, not as lucky as Nobody War, gets a chest here, unfortunately.
Passing on it.
Yeah. Try again.
So Nobody War on his way back. Gonna go ahead and into the basement here and pick up a couple chests. I feel like even if you're at the end of the game, this is worth your time if you happen to be by here anyway. You never know when you're gonna find something real nice.
Okay, no, Jackson Rock is still ahead on the time. Double Down just was running one of the other characters through. So Double Down's still a little behind on time.
Well, I also did the little delay reset as well?
Oh, true. Let me see what the times are on my feed here. Let me get you. So Jackson Rock is at 0430, and his time is at they're even on time.
Okay.
So the times are fine.
Okay, so yeah, they're neck and neck.
Did Clark finally get their Esper on that? I missed that.
I
Yes, he did.
don't believe so.
So that will be their Esper number 9, and they'll be unlocked as
Maybe.
well.
Okay, yep, looks like it. Taking a quick trip to Kohlingen.
Wow, of all places. 1 hour 5 seconds. Oh my god. 1
Some sort
hour
of time.
5 minutes in. There we go. I'll speak the time correctly.
Time is a mystery to mankind.
More numbers. Number 042. Oh, number 02. Oh my god, I'm done.
Ooh, Mog somehow
I
catching
can drink more root beer, people.
confusion. Yeah, root beer. It's the first word's very important.
Oh, Jex for Rock showing some game knowledge as the Imps number 024. He was weak to that ability, which gives you more damage to the target.
Oh yeah, that is a good idea. I thought it just reduced their skill list, but yeah, they take more damage if they're an imp too.
So bang bang pow, done with that fight. But Double Down does take the lead now, as he gets through that fight faster than Jex did.
Kalar found a Megalixir in Kohlingen. That's a pretty good find. And
Worth a stop.
yeah, sold a bunch of stuff to get it too.
Gotta
Double
love
down
the-
runs into the pennies.
Gotta love the Culligan General Store as, oh boy, tentacles here. Not an
Evil
easy
spaghetti.
fight when you only have 2 characters in your party. But luckily it's on the strong lane where you want to run your two of your better characters. So, and Mog's going to be airborne as well. So we should be okay here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have running shoes on anybody, so unfortunately, no. They're not going to be completely disabling the tentacle fight. However, doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. It's the
Business
last C's
taken
come
care of.
out. Yep. That's a Dirty Dragon down for Nobody War, as Kalar is going to go the extra mile, go back into the Mog cave there. He passed on the Lumina, went for the Esper early, so now he's going to get rewarded with the Illumina. If you take one more step forward, you'd also get a special item on top of that. But it's not going to take the extra step forward to get the hidden item.
I actually didn't know about that. Is that a regular chest
Yep.
randomized, or is it a good, like
I think it's a random chest item. It's a high tier item.
I mean, still worth it taking a step forward, but
Yep.
when you get Moogle charms for free, they stop being worth anything to you.
Double down going to a statue fight here. Ultros numero dos. Oh no, wait, numero tres? Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, actually. Well, maybe
Did we have Ultros 3 earlier?
maybe it was the Opera House one.
Oh yeah.
I could have sworn maybe it was one of those fights where you can't have
Oh,
a pincer attack.
No, you're right. That was Ultros 2. And because we were on the raft, we couldn't pincer him.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Okay.
Right, because he ran away. He didn't do the little like fade out thing.
Right. Wow, that was goofy.
Double down, making short work of the mascot. And Jexrock right behind him.
Now we want to point out, everybody, that these runners are at different levels of gameplay. And that's how it is in the Ultros League. Mega Elixir peoples are our pro fastest runners in the group, versus the Tonic people who are a little bit slower, a little bit newer to the game, haven't really mastered the menu boss and like that. So there is a divergence of skill here, but all our runners are doing a very good job, as Nobody War is also in Kefka's Tower there.
Oh yeah, Kalar is a completely fresh face, and they're playing really well. Just about to head into the tower at looks like 109.30.
Yep. So really, it's Kalar versus Nobody War and Jex Frog versus Double Down. I mean, pretty much here.
Double Down, I believe, is in Mega Elixir. I think we mentioned that earlier on. I forget where Jexrock got placed.
Oh yeah,
but
that's what I was looking up. Duh. I forgot what I was looking up earlier. I'm doing so many things.
this is a busy night.
It is. And Ultros League just dropped today, so all these standings are up to date. Let's see. Nobody War is in.
Oh, it looks like Jexy is in Elixir A.
Potion.
Thank you,
Oh,
chat.
Potion A.
Which is working again.
Nobody War is in Potion A.
Where are my tonics at?
Sorry, where's Jex? Jex is in Elixir?
Yeah, Elixir A.
Elixir A. So we have all three. So we have all four of them. Double Down Mega Elixir, cool. Jex Rocks in Elixir, Nobody War is in Potion, and Kalar is in Tonic.
Neat.
So we get a good wide range of skill levels here. By the way, yeah, here, have you looked at Potion B, by the way? Just asking.
I have not.
Let me read off the names for Potion B. Now, this is the group I'm a part of.
All right, sweet.
So let me just run down these names for you real quick. So you got me, Saberwolf. Then there's Sid, GB Matt, Kilbasiago, Lock Cole, Poot Scooty, and Heroesable.
Yeah. Yeah, good
Talk
luck,
about
man.
the group of goddamn death. My God.
Best of luck to you.
I have no chance, guys. Yeah, two of those names have been finalists in various tournaments we've had over the past couple years. Just saying. Not to mention big contributors to the community. Kibasiago is a works on a lot of our trackers.
Oh yeah.
And some of the design background stuff. Poot Scooty, I believe, was the Worlds Collide Google's first tournament semifinalist or finalist. If not mistaken.
Finalist, I think it was Poot Scooty versus Gar at the end.
Yeah, so he was a semifinalist. So he's a finalist in a tournament.
So
Sid is our beta testing aficionado.
So real quick, Double Down lost to Narapa earlier.
Ooh, that's
like took some really nasty spells at just the wrong time.
Okay. And Jex Farok is getting a little bit of fights here.
I think learning a couple spells real quick.
Okay. One thing you know, Narapa does have a permanent reflect on. One of the few bosses, quote-unquote bosses, in the game that is not part of Magic Tower and still have reflect on.
And Jexfrock has activated the switches at 112.48.
All right, 112.48. Let's see where... We will switch over to his audio as well. We were listening to Kalar's audio during the entire run, by the way. We will switch over to Jexfrock's here.
Yes, I am unfortunately, the stream that I'm watching doesn't have the audio, so I'm going to have to rely on you guys to explain to me how cool all the music is.
Now, I will say Jex and Double Down's audio is a little glitchy. That's why it wasn't on their audios when they were up climbing the tower. But their audio is stuttering a little bit, so... Jexfrock is planning on buying a new computer very soon, though. That switches for Double Down there at 113.40. They actually have... they've picked up, I want to say, 13 seconds. They've picked up 13 seconds of time.
Even with the wipe to Narapa, did a pretty good job getting up the tower.
Yep.
Jexfrock throwing out Phantom right out of the gate.
Still 52 seconds behind, though.
So since we're here, let's go ahead and explain a little bit about how the final battle works.
Shall.
It's really cool. This is one of my favorite things to learn about how this game works. All of these, there's 4 tiers, starting with, this is tier 1 here, that's face, long arm, and short arm. Long arm is the one on the monster's right, so the one that's facing the screen. You can see the whole thing. That one is weak to instant death. So you got your Odins, your Cleaves, all sorts of ways to just take that guy out right out of the gate. Short arm then there in the back does couple of little things. I forget if that's the guy that uses Shockwave or it's the other one, but the real meat is up there on the face. That guy's weak against fire, and you definitely want to take him and the face and long arm out first, because those two have a very nasty counterattack if they are the last ones killed.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. This is just Doom and Poltergeist combined.
They're crammed together.
Yeah.
Remedy
coming out on Realm. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I didn't notice any ailments being thrown out. Possibly a misclick?
Yeah, I might have a misclick. X potion. Not having any healing spells apparently for Jex Farrak. Oh, here comes Slip Hit. Luckily missing there.
Pearlwind, thankfully.
Pearlwind.
I guess that's... Oh, okay, he did use an X potion on Realm a second ago. So that's a good 1-2 for a bunch of healing. Cure 3 was in play.
Yep.
It's interesting that Jex didn't pick that up.
Well, it must have been different pathing. Must have been on the... let's see, which one did he not get? He got everybody, so I'm not sure.
Just another quick plug for the website.
The new website.
Yeah, ff6worldscollide.com. Lots of good stuff there, including a wiki that everyone should pay attention to and not listen to me.
Double Down has taken a
cool.
slight lead, a side-by-side Tier 2 action here.
Just barely.
Now here at Tier 2, we have a 4-headed beast. We got Tiger there at the bottom, which is weak to ice. He puts down a lot of damage. Sitting on top of their head is Bluey, also known as 10 hits, because when they die, they deal 10 hits. They're actually weak to the stop condition, so you can stop them and take them out of the fight for a little while and save them to the end. In the middle there, right smack down in the middle of the grouping there is called Tools. They're actually weak to instant death. We do have Odin in number 6, 7, 8 there, and the sword tech will instantly kill with a cleave action there. And right in the back of the whole group there, on the back side, is Magic facing away from us. And of all things, where they're weak to? Well, they're weak to Mute, so they can't cast any spells at all.
And they don't do anything but casting spells, so that's my... Oh, that rules so much. Just completely disable that entire part.
Oh, Muddle coming out on Realm. Oh, she already has a check. Oh, but it misses.
That would have been brutal. Oh, at least she was only casting stops. That could have been...
Well,
it could have been potentially
Ice 3,
more
actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one.
Oh, Kalar picking up a extra dragon fight here inside of the Kefka's tower, by the way.
This isn't a bad strategy. It's a good way to shore up a character if you feel like they're running a little bit behind. Or in this case too, it looks like I don't know if Kalar had kicked Sabin out of their party. I believe so. I think everybody did eventually, but good way to juice up a character right at the end there if you're feeling a little unconfident about your levels, because the dragons are not that tough to take down compared to a lot of the other things you end up running into.
Nope. Dragons are scaled, so they will
Yes.
be at the levels that you're currently facing, like all the other bosses you're facing in the progression of the seed.
I always end up feeling like the dragons don't they had a lot more teeth in the original game. Like their HP totals tend to be much more manageable in this game. This mod, whatever you want to call it.
Going back to the whole thing we're talking about before, Jex Pearlwind versus Double Down's Cure 3. That might be the difference here.
Right. Yeah, Jex has an extra step to go through to really maximize healing out of Realm if she's not up at max.
Yeah, as Pearl comes out on the proc there, on the Magic there for Double Down's side, that should kill Magic. We might be switching audio here to Double Down's here in just a second.
Meanwhile, up at the top, Kalar sending that party to the right. Gonna swap them around. Normally, people tend to put all their juice on the right-hand side, and then you send your first team to the left, send your second team to the right to get all that handled. But looks like Kalar is making a slight deviation in the middle here.
Oh, a lot of quarters coming out there from Magic for Jex Varrock there. Oh, wow. Tiger's still alive on Double Down side.
Oh, that can be dangerous. Tiger has that nasty zombie bite.
Yep, and Tiger's still alive on Double Down side. That's why he's been casting Cure 3 so much.
Ooh, here come the dispels, and that I don't think it. Oh,
Ooh.
yep, they did have
Jex
access to
Varrock
it.
takes back the lead.
Heading on up to tier 3. Now this is the scary one. This is the one that has a bunch of instant death crap attached to it. So you got 2 targets. The Kefka looking thing in the front there is I believe sleep. And that thing is kind of gnarly. It has a nastier physical attack than you might expect, and once it gets down to low health, it'll counter everything with a 1 in 3 chance of using Meteo, or 1 in 3 chance of using Trine, or Train in this one. I keep messing that up.
Well, it technically is trying.
Well, yes, but in this I think it was translated to Train, which will do blind and mute to every character, which is a real rough thing to have happen to you right before the end. Or it just has a 1/3 chance of not countering, which seems wrong because it happens a lot. And then that the little bust in the back is Lady, and that is a healer essentially. Well, I think it has Condemned as well, but mostly it'll just use Pearlwind and Life 2 on the thing in front if it dies first. So important to get that guy in the back done, and then deal with the thing in the front.
Oh.
No, the final attack, Calmness, not the one that you just saw that inflicts sleep, which is very confusing, but a sort of like pillar of light looking attack.
No, Tara, what are you doing?
Ooh, oh no. Yes, the thing in the back also absorbs a lot of stuff, so that was not good.
Yeah,
I think absorbs every element.
That's pretty much reset girl there as Merton comes out.
Yeah, I think
Heals half the party.
I think girl in the back only has 9,999 HP, so basically any high-level magic attack, unfortunately, brings it back up to full. Calmness out of the front, which we'll see here eventually, is considered a physical attack. So the most popular ways of stopping it are Fenrir or Golem, which will just block it outright via Image or the big cool hand. Phantom can also work in a pinch with Vanish, or you can just go ahead and get lucky. There's an Illumina out there, so there's a lot of evasion on Terra.
You might want to see you might see Jex Varrock going on the menus thing and just sitting on the magic menus. That's because Mog has a timer countdown on Condemn. Now he's actually in the air right now. He could die from this. As Double Down retakes the lead, getting the Dream there fight going through. They were down 37 seconds going in, but they're going to find Kefka. Okay,
ahead. Lost Mog in the process, unfortunately, but making his way up to the final tier of heaven. Gonna fight the high five man. Jack's taking a Trine. Didn't lose Mog in the air, thankfully, so still has a chance to bring him back up to speed.
Yeah, but does have to get the remedy out on Realm first. But let's go over the Double Down now. Kefka with a quick on Realm there. I was able to cast 2 spells at once. Does that have any attacking damaging spells? She's actually just Ice 3 only.
Yeah. Lots of shields to crack though.
Yes, plenty of shields. Jex Varrock, we don't have plenty of shields because they stole a bunch from the Inferno fight. So we know Jex Varrock has them in spades as Meteor comes out for Jex Varrock. Misses Locke, who was on the low ends. And Power coming out. That's going to heal Locke all the way back up. Oh, no, guess not. You only have 400 HP left. And that's it for them. They're moving on down, too. We'll see how much time that was lost there for Jex Varrock, though.
And Mog did not Mog did not have image on at that point, so just block Calmness with the regular shield. That was clutch.
We'll double down with a decisive lead, bringing out the damage here. Trying to steal a Mega Elixir.
Nice.
In the pocket there, just in case we do get hit with a goner now.
Oh goodness! While we weren't paying attention to Nobody War, he's already up to tier 2.
Yeah, tier 2 there for Kefka.
Not too far behind. Kalar taking care of Ultros there. I think that's their last statue boss before they get up to the final.
Wow, so Jex losing a minute and 45 seconds almost. As wow, okay. Fallen One just comes out now.
That was actually pretty incredible. Double Down put a lot of damage out on the board before that finally came out. I'm surprised it still did.
Quick on Lock, by the way, is going to be able to hit with 2 sets of Quadra Slashes here.
Opting to go with
Life 3 instead, yeah.
Yeah. Not, Double Down has Cure 3, correct?
Double Down does have Cure 3. He has Cure 3 on Realm, but this is the Mega Elixir he just stole from Kefka, as Cyan's the substitute player here for Mog. And here comes the Goner charge up, where you can dump all the damage you want here, as Realm would do a quick. Oh, actually, Lock doing a quick as well.
So yeah, during the Goner charge, that disables all of Kefka's counterattack, so this is the time to do as much damage as you possibly can.
We're going to switch back over to Jex for Rock here, as he's dumping the damage down on Kefka. That's a kapow for Jex! He comes back and wins!
Oh, serious. Oh,
very 127! Oh,
holy
9!
moly. Within seconds. That was sweet.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, Jex was 126. 126.51. Double Down was 127.09. Whew.
So that's 18 seconds.
18
difference.
seconds apart.
Really cool.
All right, let's switch over to so we got Nobody War, right? Nobody War is still running.
Yes, Nobody War and Kalar. Kalar's taking on Narapa right now. Oh, chat mentioning 13:05 for the final fight for Jex. That's not too bad. It's a pretty clean Kefka fight.
Wowie, wow.
Kalar taking down their last statue there with 1 second left on Terra's condemned meter.
And joining us in the channel is Jex for Rock. GG on the back and forth final Kefka. Holy smokes.
GG's. And what do you mean by back and forth?
All right, so you hit the switches. You hit the switches for the boss at 1:12:48. While Double Down hit it at 1:13:46. So you were about a minute and about minute 58 seconds ahead. Going into K1, that lead was reduced to 52. At the end of K2, you were tied. Going into K3, you took back the lead by 37 seconds. Going into K4, Double Down retook the lead, going ahead by about 30 seconds. And then you finished off with the win, beating him by 18 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that ruled.
Nail biter.
And Kalar reaches the Kefka climb now. They're hitting the Kefka climb at 1:29:35. And Nobody War, they started their second level of Kefka at 1:25:42. Same time you reached K4.
Yeah, pretty close fight, all things considered.
So, I'm assuming with our starting characters there was some interesting route divergence, I assume.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I think the biggest one was from Nobody War, who
Yeah.
last located Mog at the Esper Cave, actually. Or Esper Mountain, or whatever you want to call it, the Terror version.
Oh, he did lead?
He did Leet. He did do Leet River. Kalar was the last one in. But Nobody War actually had a big lead on everybody until you, Double Down, and Kalar, all three of them, simultaneously doing the Dream. All three of you did the Dream at the same time to get 3 Espers each, which cut into Nobody's War lead, and actually was the Kefka unlock for you and Double Down. Kalar still needed one more Esper. While you guys were doing that, Nobody War was in the auction house and got first and second try Espers back to back to cap out the Espers they needed. But then they still had to find Mogs, so
very nice.
So that's what put them back behind you, both of you.
Yeah, I do want to ask about Cyan's Dream real quick. It's a personal favorite check, but how do you feel about it? Like, it's everybody took it. I'm curious, what are your requirements for taking a lengthy check like that?
Cyan's Dream was my Hail Mary. That's what it was. I was already at 7 characters. I only needed 3 Espers. I'm like, I have Sword Tech. Let's get the Sword Tech 8, Hail Mary it. Maybe it's 3 Espers, and I get lucky, and I can just roll into KT and go nuts. That's pretty much what it comes down to. I mean, like, if I have access to Science Stream early, yeah, I'm gonna do Science Stream early. It's 3 checks, 2 boss fights. Plus, I'm setting up Sword Tech 8 in case I find a character with it later on. So it's...
Well, you already had it. You had it in lock.
Exactly. Yeah. So, in reality, for me, it's a solid check to do, even though it is on the longer side.
And on that note, Double Down also joins us in the booth. GG to Double Down.
GG, Double Down.
GG, Jexy. Man, what a close one.
Yeah, you actually, Jex got the Kefka unlock at about 58. He actually, Double Down got the unlock first.
Yes.
And
Double Down got the unlock first. I think Jex started the final fight first, and then you guys just swapped basically at every point after that. I guess otherwise, going up into tier 2, you guys were like, the shaking was on the same level, going all the way up.
Yeah, if anything, like going into K2, Double Down was like a 1 second lead. So you went from 55 seconds behind going into Kefka's Tower to only being 1 second ahead going into K2.
Wow. Yeah, that's a tight one. No, I'm GG. That was a fun one.
And then Jex took a 37-second lead on K3, and then Double Down retook the lead by about 20 seconds going into K4, and then Jex took the win by 18 seconds.
Thank you, Elemental Shields.
Yeah, Jex Varrock stealing all the shields from Inferno.
Must be nice. My Terra was the worst thief in the world. I think she successfully stole a Mega Elixir, and then everything else just failed to steal anything.
So no update for the run that we have here. Nobody were going into K4, only having Realm and Terra up, losing Sabin and Gogo. That means they'll be having a late add Mog, who does not have, I think, the Dragoon set on.
I actually put my hand over my mouth.
By the way, Kalar is on K2. I want to ask you guys one thing. Jex, you had Pearlwind as your heal from Realm, while Double Down had Cure 3 on their Realm. Walk us through how difficult having to go Elixir on Realm to get the heal to get to your party. Like the extra steps you have to take with that. But still coming out with a win.
That was a pain. Especially since I'm getting medioed on the side and trained, and that was just a bad sequence and a hot mess. Aside from that, like I had Cure 2 on Mog, but it's just like, why bother? And I never took the time to put Cure 2 on Realm. I'm just like, Whirlwind, it's gonna have to do. Let's just go.
Yeah, having to use that X potion on her before using the Pearl Wind kind of like puts one extra step of friction to your healing.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's
Tier
totally well
tier
done.
4, I also got lucky because I ate the fallen one, and I had Terra queued up with the capture and got the Mega Elixir off him right afterwards. Oh, that made me happy. You were talking about the some of the flag. There was a minor change or a glitch change with capture.
Yes.
And yeah, that was really nice being able to use capture with an Illumina and, critting every time.
That came up a lot in this one, actually. Lots of people popped that Illumina onto Terra and were using it with capture.
I do want to pause here for a second. Nobody War, with Goner coming out, only 2 characters, only do about half damage. Not too bad.
Some burly characters there, and
but he's getting into Ultima range here, but nope, gets the kill.
He's done.
Does get the kill there. 136. Sorry, 136, 46.
Yes. GG's to Nobody War. Kalar not too far behind.
Oh.
Yep, there's the dispels. Kalar's about to head on up to tier 3 here.
So, hey, Double Down. How did you hit Science Dream, right?
Twice.
I did. It took a couple attempts. The first time, Poltergeist was, a bit of a problem, but I remembered where I parked my Tyrannosaurus for some spare XP, so I went to the XP bank and then I came back refreshed.
Yeah, you tried to hit Dream a little earlier in the run because you were actually the first person to get the big check. Actually, that's the other thing I want to ask. The whole new Moogle check, but having Moogle's defense tied in with Kefka and Nars to put you into Arvin's house, that puts a big power boost on Mog checks, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Just having Mog in your party turns Kefka and Nars into a triple check. Just right out of the gate. And we had Mog, we ended up with Mog and we had Terra. Now we got a quad check. Like, Narsh became very strong, in my opinion.
Yeah, lock start as well. So I think a couple people did take the evil Narsh check first, so that they could run behind that the Welk check and grab the. Let's be honest, it was the Genji armor back there. Everybody picked the Dragon Horn.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was no reason to not take that Dragon Horn.
Also, in the other choices check, you had Illumina versus Mystery Item, and everybody took Illumina, except for Kalar.
What was the mystery item?
Inferit.
Yeah, it was Ifrit, who I did go back for later, because I was curious, but yeah, I mean, the moment I saw the Illumina, I was like, oh hey, I can do some damage finally. This is wonderful. So, yeah, it was a no-brainer.
But don't forget there is an extra item behind Wolf when he runs away, though.
Yes, I was thinking about going down to go grab it and then hitting World of Ruin Narsh check, but I'm like, I have Cyan now. Let's go do a triple check instead. So that was one of those decisions that, made at the last second, just to do the route change. I also thought about fighting a dragon, but I thought better of it. I'm like, I did a bunch of slow checks. I have an EXP egg. Let's just get a move on.
Oh, hold on. You said something there that I just want to jump on. Experience egg.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
were a bunch.
What's the matter, Commissioner? You didn't know about the experience egg?
Yeah, I bought an EXP egg.
All right, let's do a quick do-over. I'm good for a couple more hours. Let's have another run back. You tell me where the eggs are. We're gonna do this
Proof
one
he
again.
wasn't cheating.
Nikia, World of Balance. I dropped by Nikia on my way to one of the checks. Which check was I doing?
I want to say Imperial Camp.
Yeah, that's right. I was on my way to Imp Camp. I stopped by Nikia, grabbed an
Ooh.
EXP egg, made my. I had no idea they were there. I was just like, I'm looking for offerings. That was my primary concern, and getting Mog a decent weapon, because I had Mog at that point. But
Yeah, the mithril pike jumping Mog was not too impressive, but oh man, I was really wishing like one egg would have been so nice, and then I thought, well, there's clearly no eggs in the seed, so I don't need to worry about it.
There was also an egg in a pot in Ozer's mansion.
Yes, there
oh
was.
yeah, I didn't even go there.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, this is definitely a big Mog seed with, fortunately for Nobody War, last locating Mog was their last check, but getting Dragon Horn for natural jumping Mog, doing Dream, naturally getting Aura Lance from the Spicy Chicken to get them on board as well, so...
Speaking of which, GG's Nobody War. Welcome to the chat.
Hey!
Jeez, nobody.
I've been hoping I would find some boots this game, and then all of a sudden this little guy shows up at the last minute with his little jump command, and I'm like, ugh, here we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, you last located the Moogle, which would have been a big
I
boon
was-
for you for Narsh checks.
I had
but-
that horn like right away because it was World of Ruin Albrecht or something, I want to say, which is like my #1 go-to per spot. I tried to like limit these 3 checks early. I thought about it real hard, going sealed gate like first. I'm like, no, shield was 14. I'm like, crap. All right, collapsing house. Whatever. So I just never made it back to that cave.
Did
Mm,
Either way,
anybody
it was a
find
fun scene.
Katana Soul?
no.
No.
Okay, well that answers that question for me.
Well, there wasn't a lot of chests that were monster chests except for Narsh and the Imperial camp. Other than
Oh no,
that,
there was more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had Narsh, Imp Camp,
Oh,
Collapsing House,
yeah.
and Phantom Train.
So it looks like it probably was either the Setzer Crypt one, or could have been on Floating Continent for all we know, or natural vanilla.
Ancient Cave, or
Yeah,
Ancient
Cave,
Castle.
So, there are not a lot of variation in the checks made. Like there's maybe 2 or 3 per person that weren't done by the others. Nobody War, however, you did go down the river.
Of course,
And-
why wouldn't I?
Well, I would like you to explain that to us.
Well, I guess the #1 reason is because it's for the stream, even though it's a race. I mean, it is the Ultros League. I play to the fans, you know what I mean, with that kind of stuff. But early, I grinded, did ton of armor, and I'm like, I gotta go there right away. It's easy extra levels before I do anything else. So there you go.
Always putting on a good show. It's important.
For sure.
I think Realm has permanent dodge on with the Fenrir. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's not
glitched.
coming off.
I just want to point that out.
So yeah, GG's you guys. This was a really, really fun race to watch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, Kalar putting
Just
some
about
filing
over.
touches here.
There
Kapow,
it is.
kapow.
Nice.
GG's Kalar.
Got in under
144.
145.
Yep, inside 145. That's the goal.
Nice job.
All right. Before I disappear, can I give a little spiel?
Oh, give the spiel.
Please.
All right. Well, for starters, GG's. Thanks for having me.
Shucks.
Anybody who is new to Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide and would like to learn more, please come to our Discord. There is a link at ff6wc.com or ff6worldscollide.com. There's a link to our Discord. We have a great community. Come on in. We'll help you out. Try and teach you some of the routing, some of the strats that we use, and all that fun stuff. We got a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge to this. Aside from that, give our Restream team and our runners a follow here on Twitch. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you, man. Put on a good show. Couldn't do it without you guys.
And Commish, you want to give a little spiel on the Ultros League? I know it started, I know it's kicked off already, but let people know what it's about.
What is it about? Ultros League? I've never.
It's about family.
Oh, the octopus thing. Yeah, it's yeah. So, Ultros League is, I would hazard to say, is the finest arthropod themed. Are they arthropods? I don't know. It's the finest squid-based league in all of Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. But yeah, join up now. We just started season 3 about 8 hours ago. But you could join in now, whether you're new to the game or have been playing for 17 or 18 years of Worlds Collide. Some people have been playing Worlds Collide for 30 years, who knows? But you could join up now, and you'll be matched up against players of a comparable skill level. So if you're starting out, you'll start on the bottom tier, but like the English Premier League of football, or soccer as they say in some parts of the world, you get promoted or relegated at the end of every season. So you can work your way up from tonic to potion to elixir to the lofty mega elixir, where 7 of the 8 racers are extremely good and 1 slipped in through a clerical error. So join now. It's running for 8 weeks. You have to run 6 of those 8 weeks at least. So if you have vacation plans, that's okay. You can take a vacation if you really like. Don't do it, but you could if you want to. But join up, have some fun races, meet some new friends. It's a great way to dip your toes into competitive asynchronous racing in the Worlds Collide community. It's also a great way to make some awesome friends, to get to know some people. I would say most people I've talked to have had a ball getting to know their division mates, sharing war stories after their seeds and comparing strats. It's just a wonderful, wonderful microcosm for what Worlds Collide has to offer overall. And you, I'm talking directly to you now, and you know who I'm talking to. It's you. You could be part of that now.
Me?
Join Ultros League now. Well, it wasn't you. You were wrong. It wasn't you, Drisman, but it was somebody else. They knew who I was talking to, and it's www.ultrosleague.com. If you don't know how to spell Ultros, what are you doing here? Come on, he's in the game 4 times. If you do, if you know, you know. Go type it in. Go join the league. It would be fun. And thanks for having me.
Well, before you go, one more thing. You're also the commissioner for the Coliseum. The finals coming up soon. Talk about that, buddy.
Yeah, you can't sign up for that anymore. That one's out. No more joining the Coliseum. But yeah, the finals of the Coliseum, the grand finals, round 9, match 62. It is Falcon Hit, one of those mega elixirs I've talked about earlier, not the one that got in through a clerical error, versus Zenobian, another of our very top-end racers. This is some of the best of the best of the best of the best having a race. So they're going to be racing using one of 2 flag sets, either the Mog's Lance or the Saban's Claw. We've been using 14 different flag sets, and I tell you, each one of those has been themed after a different character in Worlds Collide. So these 2 themed after, as you might have guessed from the names, Saban and Mog. They're going to be racing. However, and here's the twist, sit down for this one. It's going to be a bit of a shock. If you have any heart conditions, maybe mute for a second. They're not going to know what flag set they're using until a couple minutes before the race starts. What? Who? How?
So the order is going to be mixed up.
It's going to be mixed up. Yeah, you never know.
Okay.
So right before the race, it might be Saban's Claw. It might be Mog's Lance. It might be both at the same time. It's not going to be both at the same time, but it's going to be one of those 2. Now, of course, this is doubly limbed. So if Falcon Hit is bested by Zenobian, oh brother, Zenobian, Your job is just starting. He's going to have to play another one, and they're going to use whatever flag set they didn't pick for that first one. So we might see both. We might see Mog's Lance and Saban's Claw, or we might see Saban's Claw and Mog's Lance. Either way, it's going to be, I hazard to say, one of the very, very best races we've ever seen in all time. In the 40 years of Worlds Collide racing, I think this might be one of the greatest. I'm not going to miss it. You shouldn't miss it. I'm still talking to you, that same person I was talking to before about Ultros League. Now I'm talking to you about Coliseum. Do not miss this race. You're going to love it. I'm going to love it. We're all going to love it, except for one person. And enjoy.
I'll quit my job if I see that.
Thanks, Kamish.
Nobody worry, you got anything
you.
before we walk away here?
No, I'm all right.
All right.
Thanks, guys. I had fun tonight. Take care, everybody.
Kurtzman, on you, buddy. Any last
Well,
words?
Nothing really. It seems like all of our racers did pretty much most of our plugs for us.
Yeah.
Please go follow them on Twitch. Come check us out on the Discord. We got lots of people there to answer all your questions, and we enjoy answering those questions. For the most part, if they're related to this game. If they're not related to this game, I can't really guarantee. But come join the community. It's a lot of fun.
All right. On that note, we're going to wrap things up here. We are going to raid Moogleplex, one of our community, on the Ultros League. They are part of Tonic D. If you are in the chat on Worlds Collide, FF6 Worlds Collide channel, and you are part of Tonic D, please leave the channel now, as we'll be rating them in just 1 second. Once again, I am Saberwolf. I want to thank Turdsman for joining me in the booth for the commentary of this match. What a great match it was. Very close back and forth between Jex Rock in a double down. All 4 runners making it to the end, killing Kefka. That's what we always want to see. Once again, I am Saberwolf. Thank you, Turdsman. Thank you, Kellard, McBrand, Nobody Ward, Jex Rock, and Double Down for making this possible for the community. Enjoy your night, and give a little love to Moogleplex. See you later.